morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to have a look at a bunch of official reveals on Pokemon Card 151, or I should say, Scarlet and Violet 151. The official reveals have finally started. They have started for Pokemon Card 151, Scarlet and Violet 151, the English version of it, and I, for one, am absolutely delighted. So let's go and have a little bit of a gander, shall we? And they've gone and started in a way that I very much appreciate. They've started with first partner Pokemon, which is nice, because let's face it, we all, when we started Red and Blue, we started with the first partner Pokemon. This was our introduction to Pokemon. For most of us, our actual introduction to Pokemon, if you go back far enough, was booting up Red and Blue and choosing our first partner Pokemon. I was aware of Pokemon, don't get me wrong, that's why I went and bought the game, but my actual Pokemon journey, that started with me booting up Pokemon Blue, choosing Squirtle, and rolling out. So obviously they were going to show these, and we're going to start off with the Blastoise line, because the Blastoise line is legitimately good. It's a genuinely good card. I honestly think this Blastoise could be a very, very, very good deck. And it has started seeing a bit of play over in Japan. And I'm not saying it started taking down big tournaments or anything like that. That is not what I'm saying. But I am saying that it has started seeing a bunch of play, and it seems to be very, very relevant. Now, in terms of the War Turtle, that has gone and been revealed. Single water energy, put 3 basic energy from your discard pile into your hand. As we're going to see, that is actually kind of relevant for Blastoise. And now when it comes to Squirtle, they've actually gone in and revealed the artwork rare. This amazing artwork by Mitsuhiro Arita, where Squirtle's just kind of chilling. Just sitting in some water at the beach, splashing around. As someone who's, grew up next to the beach, spent a lot of time at the beach, I personally appreciate this artwork very, very much indeed. I'm not claiming this is a particularly playable card, ladies and gentlemen. That is not where I'm going with this, but it is beautiful. What we got here? So for a single energy, you flip a coin, and if heads, next turn prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks. It's actually really nice just for basically buying a turn, stopping your opponent KOing you before you get up into your Blastoise, if you can flip it heads. And then we've got the, damaging attack, 2 energy, 20, nobody cares, that's terrible. But as for Blastoise, we've got 330 HP, and yes, it is a stage 2, I admit. However, it's a really good amount of HP, and it's got an ability that says this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. So it might be a stage 2, but it's a stage 2 that's got an effective HP of 360. There are a few things around at the moment that will get a one-hit KO on that, but they are very, very few and far between here. So, yeah, I really like this, ladies and gentlemen. And then we've got the attack, 2 water energy, and what you do is discard up to 2 basic water from your hand and deal 140 for each one discarded in this way. Well, that's 280 damage. That's Pokemon V-Star. That is the magic number for KOing a Pokemon V-Star. And then, of course, you'll get Pokemon V, basic EXs, Stage 1 EXs. Basically, everything other than Stage 2 EXs is going down here for, 2 energy. And this is wonderful. Now, in terms of getting the energy, yeah, sure, you could use Chen Pao, which would go and search you the energy. That will work. Energy retrieval. Energy retrieval will literally just go and get you those 2 water energy that you need in order to attach and roll here, which I think is better. We've also in Powered Air Evolved got a reprint of Superior Energy Retrieval. Discard 2 cards from your hand, go and grab 4 energy from the discard. That'll do you for 2 turns. And in terms of the energy, sure, we could go for a Stage 2 Baxcalibur. That would work. But we've got Palkia V-Star. And Palkia V-Star's got V-Star power. It's a once per game ability. But it lets you attach free water energy from your discard to your water Pokemon in any way you like. Well, use this onto 3 different Blastoise. Congratulations, all your Blastoise are now single energy attackers. Easy to get the energy into your hand. Easy to get the energy onto Blastoise. Big amount of damage, very hard to KO. Yes, sure, it's a stage 2, but once this stage 2 comes out, it's kind of amazing. Now, Charizard is obviously the one that everybody's getting super duper 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 excited about, and you should. It's Charizard. Everybody loves a good Charizard. Now, the Charmeleon here, single energy 20, free energy 90, discard an energy from this Pokemon. That's not actually terrible, but then by the same token, it's free energy on 100 HP stage 1. Let's not go crazy. Once again, they have actually gone and shown us the artwork rare of Charmander here, officially in English. It's lovely. And look, you know, single energy, discard a stadium in play, 2 energy, 30 damage. No one's getting excited about that. That's not the point. The point here is that it's just beautiful and lovely and wonderful, and we love it. And as for Charizard, I don't like it as much as I like Blastoise. I do think that's fair to say. But I also do think this could be a really, really good card despite being a stage 2. Because we've again got 330 HP, that's high. Single energy 60, if this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, you do 160. So if you damage, you're doing 160 for a single energy. That ain't bad, ladies and gentlemen. That ain't bad. And of course, there's ways to self-damage. That's not particularly difficult. And if you're hitting for weakness, this is KOing like anything that's weak. So yeah, this is pretty cool. But then you've got 4 energy, 330, discard free energy from this Pokemon. Now, 340 is the maximum amount of HP we've seen from any Pokemon so far. There are ways to obviously bump up HP. We're not talking about that. I'm saying in terms of, you know, your natural HP, 340 is the highest we've seen. Vitality Band exists. It was in Scarlet and Violet. So with Vitality Band, this will legitimately KO anything. And even the 4 energy discard free is not as bad as it sounds. Because back in Brilliant Stars, we got ourselves Magma Basin that allows you to attach an energy from your discard to one of your benched fire Pokemon. Now you do have to put 2 damage counters on, but it's a way to get another energy. Also, you know, I said the self-damaging really isn't difficult. Here's a great example. And I know right now you're thinking, well, hang on a second, Wassy, you told us we needed 4 energy. Magma Basin gets you up to 2 energy. 2 energy isn't 4 energy, Wassy, and you're right. It's not. However, remember the Charizard from Pokemon Go? Which counts all your fire energy as double? Yeah. Now, you do have to get a Charizard from Pokemon Go out and your Charizard EX at the same time, which is awkward. But remember, you are going off the same evolution line, which makes it slightly easier, certainly in terms of deck construction. And it is awkward, but if you can get these 2 out, then you're basically hitting 330 for 2 energy, discarding those 2 energy, and then you attach Magma Basin and you're just off and rolling. Yes, when they're attached, they count as 2, so even though you have to discard 3 from Charizard EX, as long as you've got the Pokemon Go Charizard out, you would actually only be discarding 2 energy, but it would be the same. The game would consider you to be discarding 4. But it's impossible to discard 3 if they're all doubled, so that's how it works. Charizard's got a chance. Now, Venusaur, I don't like as much. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying Blastoise, huge HP, very difficult to KO, pretty easy to get all the energy working, and you're KOing V-Stars and below. Charizard, bit more awkward. You've got to have your other Charizard out, but when you're KOing anything and you need your stadium, it's a bit more awkward, but you're still doing huge KOs. In fact, huger KOs. Venusaur, I just don't feel the same, I'm afraid. Now, Ivysaur, we've got 2 energy 30 plus healing 20. That's irrelevant. You're going to get 1 hit KO 90% of the time. And then 3 energy 80 damage. Pretty disappointing. Now, in terms of the Bulbasaur here, we've again been shown the artwork rare. It's absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. It's lovely. It's the same artist that gave us that wonderful artwork of Gardenia's Vigor, which is probably why it looks a bit familiar to a bunch of people. And yeah, whoever made the decision to keep hiring this person to do these grass cards, whether it's an art director or somebody else, please keep hiring them, yeah? Because they're absolutely crushing this particular style, and it makes me very, very happy indeed. Also worth noting, we have seen the regular Bulbasaur from the set, because of course, we know it's going to be a Best Buy promo. That's already been revealed, that's already been announced, that is already an official thing. It is just the regular card, but with the Pokemon 151 logo on. I don't live in the US, I ain't going to be going to a Best Buy, so hopefully they make this available elsewhere. If not, surely one of you lovely people in the US can hook me up. That would make me very, very happy. We'll do a trade. It will be fun. Now, going back to Venusaur then and what it actually does, the ability says once during your turn, if this is active, you can heal 60 from one of your Pokemon. And that's really good healing. But are you really going to get a stage 2 out to heal 60 damage every turn? This seems like a really good bonus rather than a reason to actually play the card. Then for free energy, 150 plus confusion plus poison, bearing in mind, of course, that Gardenia's Vigor can get 2 of the energy on, and then you attach a third from your hand as your attachment for the turn, and boom, you good. It is very much worth pointing out here that 150 is not really enough. Now, the poison puts it up to 160, so you are basically 2-hit KOing anything with confusion. And I've always said, if you can't get a 1-hit KO, get a 2-hit KO with some disruption thrown in. But the reality of the situation here is that most of the time, I just don't think this is hitting enough damage. And that does make me, genuinely a little bit sad. There isn't really much we can do about it. It's just, yeah, I wish this did more damage. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Right, there we go. Those are the reveals. That's what's going on, and now it's over to you guys. I've made it pretty clear that Blastoise is my favourite of them, which makes me happy because Blastoise is my favourite Gen 1 first partner Pokemon. But I want to know what you think, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other stuff, including other card games, including other Pokemon stuff. It's fun. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, all kinds of fun things. And of course, get shoutouts on the channel, like the lovely AB3, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very, very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.